Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Mayanna Berrin.
Mayanna, you recently got back from a trip to a faraway town that felt like home.
It certainly did, and we certainly were.
Were there Kingdom Hearts vibes there for you?
No. I mean,
no.
Only in the fact that, like, Orlando as a place, because Disney is there, has inherent Kingdom Hearts vibes. You know what I will say? Downtown Orlando has Traverse Town vibes.
Okay.
It's got, like, a little train, and it's got, like, some nice little residential and, like, city metropolitan kind of stuff, but...
Does it have the same sort of quality where it feels like 20 different architects were scrambling on top of each other in like a cartoon dust cloud, and then the town sprang up behind them as they
100%. Okay. It absolutely, Orlando as a city definitely feels that way. 100p.
It was such a specific pitch. Thanks for going with me on that.
The I-4 is one of the most have you ever been on the I-4?
I don't think so.
It's one of the most winding freeways, and they keep like doing renovations to it, and it's a little better now, but it is just like a winding chaos street place.
Okay, that does feel like Traverse Town.
It does.
Today we're going to be talking about where is Traverse Town.
Oh yeah, baby.
Traverse Town is, I would say, a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans, like, low-key fave.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's the first one.
How do you feel about it?
Traverse Town, I love the theme song. Mm-hmm. I think after having replayed, because as important as Traverse Town is, I feel like it only really shows up in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I feel like...
That is mostly true. We'll cover where that's not true today.
Hell yeah, I can't wait. So I think it's like, it's your first world. When Oscar was on the pod, we were like, what's the IP? And we were like, oh, nothing. And then I did look at the graphic for Traverse Town, and very prominently, and you see it when you play it too, is there's these neon light up signs of Lady and the Tramp.
Yep.
And also the Dalmatians are there, so it's maybe Dogtown. It's where all the Disney dogs live.
Lars von Trier's Dogtown.
Lars von Trier's Dogtown. But I think that, like, yeah, in general, it's very warm. It's very inviting. It's very great first world. Not problems, just world.
Yeah.
And I think I like it a lot. I think it's a really good starting point for the game. It's also in the juxtaposition between Destiny Islands. It's such a stark contrast.
Oh, that's so true. How Destiny Islands is rural and sunny, and Traverse Town is metropolitan
concrete,
and night
brick.
all the time.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I bet that's a really good point.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What's up with Traverse Town?
What is up with Traverse Town? It's the place you pop out.
Sora's first time Sora ever goes to a world asterisk that isn't inside his own heart.
There you go. There you go.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad you covered that, because I would have forgotten to correct people. You always have the asterisks in your pocket like ninja stars ready to toss out at a moment's notice.
Isn't that why they're shaped like that?
Yeah, 100%. That's
Gotcha.
why. That's 100% why.
And Yuffie's got a big one.
Exactly. You're the Yuffie Kisaragi of corrections and polite context provisions.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Ninja of information.
Yeah, so it's the first world that Sora sort of pops out on after he wakes up after being swallowed by darkness.
Which is, honestly, of all the places to wake up, pretty nice one.
Pretty chill.
Pretty chill.
It
could be worse.
It could definitely be worse. It's pretty chill. It's pretty cozy. It's, I would say, relatively quiet.
Very calm, very jazzy, except for all the Heartless running around. But, like, structurally as a place, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
And later in the game, there are sections of it where, like, the Heartless don't pop up.
Which I love when you clear a world and, like, you're done fighting there.
Yeah.
In video games, I find that to be just such a nice little, like, hat or like a badge of like, and you did it.
You did it. Good job. Now you can just hang out with your friends.
You can just walk around and enjoy the scenery. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, being that place that is quiet and cozy and safe and just sort of pops up is kind of its whole deal. It is a world that appears to house those whose worlds have fallen to darkness. It's sort of like the safety net at the bottom of reality for you.
There you go. Yeah, it's like the little net you hang on the corner of your apartment that puts all your plushies in.
Exactly. That's
You're like, I don't have to get rid of them. They're in the corner, not bothering anybody.
Nothing else was going to live in that corner but spiders.
And now they have cuddly friends to spend time with.
You're welcome, spiders. There's actually a quote that a character says in one of the games where, referring to Traverse Town, they say, "It's a world that only appears when someone out there has need of shelter."
Oh, that's cool. So where all the lost things go.
Yeah, exactly. It's under your bed.
Aww.
It's sort of the catch-all of the universe, and which is why it has such disparate styles throughout its different districts.
Yes.
Is because it's not really the pieces of different worlds, but it's sort of like people's projections of the worlds that they just lost, and sort of like it gives them a place that makes them feel homey.
That's really fun. And also it's kind of like, hey, if a little Italian outdoor eating area makes you feel safe, that's to your left.
Right.
And if a little cave with some water trickling through it makes you feel safe, that is to your right.
You know, depending on what level of technology your world might have had before it was lost, here's different districts that have different settings.
There's a weird multicolored workshop for some reason that there's just stuff in, I guess.
Yeah.
And a bell tower.
Well, and that's another thing is because it's such an amalgam.
Yeah.
And such a just like kind of whatever, and whoever shows up there they bring their own selves to it. It kind of does hand wave by its nature anything that's weird there that doesn't make sense. You know, it's like, why is this one neon lights and this one's gaslight? Well,
who cares?
It's a world where everybody's there. Don't worry about it.
That's so funny. And also what the implication of that is like the people who live here are one brunette lady, one brunette man, several Final Fantasy characters, a couple dogs.
Well, no, they're not from there either. They're only there again because they lost their road.
Because they got lost.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny that it's like population 9.
And 3 of them are human.
Yeah.
3 of them are dogs. And 3 of them are duck children?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Also, Donald, your nephews are here.
Okay, yeah.
Why are they here?
I am going to bring that up later.
Yeah, you should.
I have questions.
Weird. Yeah, what?
So the one last thing I want to cover, just basics about Traverse Town, is that whenever you're there, it's night.
Oh, yeah. It's never day there.
No, it's never daytime there. It's always nighttime. It's a cozy nighttime.
It's like a romantic nighttime.
It's not threatening nighttime.
It's Bella Notte.
That's what it is. It's Bella Notte.
Exactly.
Shit. Yeah, you're right. And that's important for Kingdom Hearts because this being a world that's observing all the other worlds, that's fallen away from other worlds, every star in Kingdom Hearts is another world.
Yes.
So a world where it's always night, you can always have a dramatic moment where you see one of the stars wink out, no matter when it is.
Wait, hang on. I got it. Gorsh, look! A star's going out! That's in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah. Like Goofy and Donald, the first moments you see them in their Tetsuya Nomura fits, go like, "Oh boy, a star's going out."
Gorsh.
See, this is what Traverse Town does. We get a little silly.
Yeah, we get a little silly. We get a chill. It's chill. It's cozy.
You know what it is? It's lo-fi.
Yes.
It's lo-fi city.
Ooh, lo-fi girl with Traverse Town in the background.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it might as well be, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah. The reason that Traverse Town exists in this way, it exists in the transit as worlds fall from the realm of light, which is where most of the story happens, where the Disney worlds are, and into the realm of darkness.
Oh,
basically hell. It's
yeah,
basically
it's like
Christian
purgatory.
hell.
Yeah. Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a dark place where there are just demon imps that poke you with their little darkness blades for all eternity, and time means nothing there forever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's hell.
Wow. That sucks.
And it's like when in Yu-Gi-Oh! They say, like,
the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, in English, they say whenever somebody loses a card duel that they're going to banish them to the Shadow Realm, which is just like the Christian American translation of that they're just going to kill him.
That's, yeah, because, sorry, random tangent, because I did read the Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga when I was like 9, and I didn't realize what I was about to be in there for. Before it's a card game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a demon spirit that takes over Yugi's body and challenges mostly bad people to like games of skill and chance, usually associated with a children's toy, the result of which turns people like horribly disfigured, humiliated in some life-ruining way, and also banishes their spirit to hell or somewhere, and then they just become like a soulless husk.
And if you want Mayanna's Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, donate to us on Patreon.
Yes, please. I did read the manga. It's different. Anywho, Traverse Town.
Yeah, anywho. So this is the cosmology of Kingdom Hearts, right?
Okay,
There's the realm of light and then there's the realm of darkness. And I'm going to cover this on its own in its own episode probably. But what I want to talk about is that there's a very thin border between those two places, and that's called the realm between.
Oh,
and there are worlds that, because of their light density, it's like when you do that thing in chemistry class where you pour the different liquids,
I love
and
that
it separates.
thing.
Like there's at one of those borders between light and darkness, there's the realm between.
Cool, love that.
And Nomura-san has actually said in one of the Ultimanias, which we've now been coming across.
We now have to,
I think we're going to have to do it.
We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to read the Ultimanias, which are like the Hyrule Historia for Kingdom Hearts, which is just a book of all the things in it.
Yeah, the director's commentary, I would say.
I love it so much.
And so Nomura-san has said that worlds in the realm between just have different rules than other worlds. They exist as border worlds. You know, a world can exist in the realm of light and be Lion King.
Yeah.
Can be
Alice in Wonderland.
Can be Aladdin, whatever. And in darkness, it's just bad. There's nothing. It's bad. Don't go there.
What the hell? So I guess then the other question I have is like, so are most of the Kingdom Hearts plot worlds, as we've distinguished them, are most of those worlds like on the border?
So most of them, I think Destiny Islands is like in the realm of light, close to the border. There is a hierarchy of how close or far things are from the border that I found in the lore.
Funny.
So, like, for example, the worlds that canonically exist in the realm between Traverse Town.
Yeah.
The Land of Departure, which is the castle where Birth by Sleep, they sort of do their missions out of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, because you can go to anywhere if you're on the border.
Love
that makes sense.
That's true.
Yensid's castle, which is sort of like
sense.
Well, he can also like move it.
Yeah, and it is like when you go there, it is kind of like what?
Yeah,
it's
it feels
weird. Yeah,
and there's like a yellow fog sea that like it floats in.
It's pretty
weird.
Sick.
The world that never was is there probably because it was the easiest place to build a headquarters out of.
Yes.
The nothing of matter.
Yes, that makes sense.
Because the world that never was is Organization 13's headquarters.
Yes,
it's like a world that exists for them.
Yeah, and it's like all spooky city.
Yeah, it's we talked about it a little bit. It's the city that happens at the end of the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yes.
It's that weird neon city.
And I don't want to live there.
No.
I don't think anybody wants to live there, nor does anybody actually live there.
I don't think so. So that's because it's very close to on the darkness side. It's in the border, but it's on the darkness side.
The color scheme implies it as well.
Yeah. The only one, according to the lore, that is exactly in between, the point in between, is Twilight Town.
That makes sense to me, because literally it's called Twilight Town.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if like Traverse Town maybe in one iteration was some version of what would ultimately become Twilight Town.
Maybe.
But they did it later.
Well, it seems like Twilight Town is a permanent world that exists, right? Because it has normal civilians.
It has normal civilians. It's daytime there.
But it's always like sunsetty.
It's
golden hour. It's always golden hour.
Oh.
Whereas Traverse Town, as we're going to get to, and as we get into it, Traverse Town kind of fades away when it's not needed. It like forms when people need it. It like forms out of the border to catch people.
Yeah, like net. Yeah.
And then when it's empty, it like kind of ceases to exist.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it might be a manifestation of the will of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, and so then it makes sense why at a certain point we don't see it anymore, because Sora effectively has done his job, especially by Kingdom Hearts 2, of like restoring a bunch of things.
Right, worlds don't fall to darkness in Kingdom Hearts 2. That's not the plot of the game.
That's not the plot of the game. If anything, it's we're killing some folks. Build me a big castle. Do it. Do it now.
Yeah, that's, you're not wrong. One other world that I thought was interesting that it technically exists in the realm between, but is the border between that realm and darkness in the same way that Destiny Islands is on the light side. The Dark Beach is technically in the realm between.
That makes sense to me, though, because you can make it back between.
It's kind of like those are like the docks on either side of the border. And that's why they're beaches. We've talked about beaches as
the edges,
dividing lines.
Yeah.
And so like there's mirrors on either side, and then like Twilight Town right in the center.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I love that.
I just thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm going to cover the realms in a future episode a little deeper, but
Can't wait.
The cosmology fascinates me. I do feel like the realm between feels to me like when you look at glass sideways, where it's like there's just like a weird layer of like refracted light that you don't expect, but is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And also, to that same point, the Realm of Darkness was the thing that I couldn't remember the name of in the Kyrie episode, that's like a place that princesses of heart can traverse without being affected.
Yes.
But it's like a passageway that, like, if you're willing to risk it, you can get from point A to point B sometimes.
Yeah, in that way, it's more like the Greek underworld than the Greek underworld in the game.
There you go. There you go.
Because, I mean, especially I know I'm late to this, but I've been watching Chaos.
Chaos?
Which was
I haven't even watched it, so you're faster than I.
It has a lot to do with, Orpheus and Eurydice is so big in the canon right now. It's
so big, and I mean, it's a good story. I get it, but yeah, Chaos.
So it feels a little more like the underworld you can go into as a deep challenge.
I see. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
The same way as the video game Hades.
Yes, absolutely.
It feels like you can dive in there at your peril to seek great fortune.
Yeah, I love it. Hell yeah.
That's Traverse Town.
Amazing.
It's a chill vibe.
Chill vibe.
I want to talk about the layout as we see it.
Let's do it, because it's a layout indeed.
Yeah. So, as you said, mostly we're seeing Traverse Town in Kingdom Hearts 1 because, again, the world's falling to darkness. Like, it's needed, so there it is.
And that's why I guess Sora goes there. So then theoretically, because it was like, why did Sora end up in Traverse Town and why did Riku end up in Hollow Bastion? And we know Riku ended up in Hollow Bastion
because of the weird Riku-Kairi thing.
The Riku-Kairi thing. So Sora, much like any other person whose world has recently fallen to darkness, gets plopped here.
Exactly.
Just like, boom, there you go, because you're an unregistered Keyblade user, as we also discussed.
Yes, that's what it is. So Kingdom Hearts 1, vast majority of Traverse Town content. A little bit in Chain of Memories, where it's recreated in the Chain of Memories way.
Gotta love it.
I'll briefly say this, that the 2D pixel art rendition of Traverse Town, I love that shit.
It's really beautiful.
That was the one I feel like they translated it the best.
I agree. Yeah.
And the third game we're pulling from today is Traverse Town is also in Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, you're right. And our sweet Shinjuku boys are out there slaying.
Yeah, we're going to talk about The World Ends With You.
Yes, please.
So the layout, as it starts in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's laid out into 3 districts.
Mm-hmm, it certainly is.
You start in the first district, which is cobbled streets and shingled roofs and like Victorian gas lamp vibes. It's like browns and oranges and deep reds, and it's like low lamplight. It's
warm.
It's warm. It's inviting. It's cozy. That's what really makes it cozy.
It's super lo-fi, super cozy.
Yeah. It's great for people like myself who avoid the big light at all costs.
Oh, true. So true. I'm allergic to big light.
Me too.
I hate big light.
We have it on in our blanket fort right now just so I can see your face so we can react to each other. And I still don't like it.
I know. Sorry.
It's fine. I'd rather see your face.
Oh, thank you.
So this is the part of town where people land. So there are some other civilians there. It seems like there's some people here that are dressed like classically set Disney movies.
Yeah.
And later you learn that that's because they are from Snow White World and Cinderella World, which have already fallen before the start of the game.
That makes sense because, there's specifically a very striking NPC with brown hair, and she's wearing like a cute little off-shoulder top and a little green skirt. And I'm always like, who's this gal?
She's a shopkeeper. Later they also mentioned that like Belle's world has fallen too. So you imagine if the baker with her bread like always is in Traverse Town.
Yes, the same old bread and rolls to sell. There's also notably one NPC who looks almost identical to Titus, but is not Titus.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the spiky blonde hair. It's literally almost the same model with like a slight color swapping. And every time I would start the game, I'd be like, oh, it's Titus. No, it's not. It's just a guy.
So what happens to Titus and Waka and Selphie when the world falls apart?
Well, I think they do. Good question, actually, because they show up again at the end.
Well, that's the thing. As safeguarding as Traverse Town is, it can't catch everyone.
It can't catch everyone. Another weird controversial idea that I have is, what if the only part of Destiny Islands that fell to darkness was the Treehouse Island?
Oh, so the mayor is fine.
The mayor is fine. We can continue democracy, everybody. Back to business as usual. I don't think that's how that would work. But
the mayor of Destiny Islands let our famous beaches fall to darkness. Now our tourism's dropped 34%.
I'm Lord Xehanort, and I approve this message.
This is a weird bit that came back.
Given the climate right now, it feels like I do like the idea that Xehanort is trying to sow conspiracy theories about the governance of a local island because he grew up there and he doesn't like it.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the bit.
Back to Traverse Town.
Anyway.
So the first district is where we have a lot of shops. There's item shop, accessory shop.
One's run by 3 ducks.
Yeah. So now we can come back to that.
Yeah.
So there's various people here from different worlds. Famously, we meet Leon, formerly Squall.
Yes.
Aerith and Yuffie.
Yep.
Who are all from Final Fantasy. And in this game, they're from Hollow Bastion, but Hollow Bastion's obviously fallen into darkness.
Yes.
So here they are in Traverse Town. Sid is also here, specifically Final Fantasy VII
Final
Sid.
Fantasy VII Sid, who is a specific Sid.
Because Final Fantasy heads will know there's different Sids in every game.
There certainly are. And some of them are girls.
But the one in Kingdom Hearts is specifically Final Fantasy VII Sid,
Correct.
who is in multiple games.
Correct.
And he's the same guy.
He's a recruitable party member in Final Fantasy VII, and he builds you an airship and stuff. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
Cool guy. He's there. He sells you gummy ship parts.
Which makes perfect sense for the thing he normally does.
And other people who are here selling you stuff are Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Famously, nephews of Donald Duck, who's also here.
Now, did Donald know they were there?
Well, you walk in to buy things from them, so Donald does visually see them. I think in the manga, and we will have to at some point talk about the manga, I think they lightly do a nod to it, but in the game, as far as I recall, Donald does not acknowledge that his nephews are here.
Right. And my version of that is, so in Kingdom Hearts 2, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are also running shops.
But Scrooge is there.
And they're doing it in Hollow Bastion,
yes,
which is where Scrooge lives.
Yes.
So I think what that says is that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are there for the same reason Leon, Yuffie, and Aerith are there, which is that Hollow Bastion, the world they're from, has fallen and they fell to Traverse Town.
100%.
Are they, in this canon, Donald Duck's nephews?
I think, well, so in Kingdom Hearts 2, Donald does acknowledge Scrooge as his uncle, I believe. So, by that logic, but, you know, what's interesting is I don't know if Scrooge in Kingdom Hearts acknowledges Huey, Dewey, and Louie at all.
Yeah, I would say if we don't have any text about that in Kingdom Hearts, we can default to the Disney position, which is that Huey, Dewey, and Louie are Donald Duck's nephews.
Yes.
Now, Donald Duck is from the place where Chip and Dale built a gummy ship.
Yes, the Disney castle.
And Donald Duck was just like, and my nephews can chill in that place near the darkness. It's fine. They don't have to come live with me in the castle.
No.
He just left him there.
He just left them there. I could see, this is my headcanon, it's their summer job.
Okay.
That they're there almost on like community service.
Sure.
Where they're not bound to stay there. They're just there because it's like, well, it's good for us to get some enrichment and help the people with our little bracelets that we made. Like, it feels like a thing where they're working.
You know, and I feel like if in the middle of your summer job, a big, dark, swirling portal opens up in the middle of your street, you know, life is like a hurricane.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, man.
It was a stretch. Thanks for letting me get there.
I like it. I like it. Here in Duckburg.
Yeah. Other people who live here. Mm-hmm. Later, after you defeat Monstro.
Yes.
Geppetto and Pinocchio live in Traverse Town.
We got them back, boys. They're safe.
Yeah, and Geppetto has his own house.
Yes. Now, question. Controversial. Is Monstro not technically the world where they're from?
No, he's a space whale.
He's a space whale.
He's like Galactus.
Yeah. I herald your beginning. I herald your end. I herald Monstro the whale.
Go off, Queen.
She ate.
She did. But now we have to consider Marvel's a Disney property.
Oh.
Galactus, Destroyer of Worlds. Worlds, a concept in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. Again, I'm very excited for us to get to our Kingdom Hearts 4 World Speculations episode or our World Wish List episode. Because again, as we said, speculations are never good for this franchise. But a wish list, I do think we haven't seen Marvel or Star Wars in there. And they are owned by Disney, and Disney owns Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
So who knows?
Who could say? So my question about Geppetto's house is, as you're playing it, do you even question the fact that like Geppetto arrives and immediately like has a house to stay in?
No, I don't actually. That's a great point. I mean, okay, so I will say this too. When you do go to Traverse Town, there are some buildings that are just boarded up. Mm-hmm. So there is real estate to be had. Like, it is kind of, like, I imagine Traverse Town, if it is reactive to however many people live there, always has, like, a little bit of backstock real estate. Mm-hmm. One of the things I think you're probably about to touch on this is, like, in one of the other districts, there's, like, an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Like, there's place for you to be.
Right. So, like, it's the kind of thing where, like, it has as much housing as there are people who need housing.
Yeah, and shops, too. Like, they're, like, again, we haven't hit the other districts just yet, and I feel like we're about to, but there's lots of shops, there's lots of windows, there's tall buildings. Like, there's place to be. If you need to be there, you can.
There's mixed real estate. There's walkable cities. What a concept!
Oh, my God, I love walkable cities.
Affordable housing? What a concept!
Oh, no way.
Sorry.
No, you stay mad.
Good.
You stay mad.
Yeah. So that's the first district. It's where the survivors show up and they're free to hang out. There's shops where they can sell their wares. They're chilling. There's restaurants. It's as much of a vibe as people can make. There's also a mailbox where you can send postcards.
Yeah. It's a nice little guy. Oh, wait. Hold on. What?
Yeah. No, I was about to say this, but I want you to say it.
Oh, my God. Wait.
Yep.
How does the mail work?
There you go.
What?
How they deliver that mail?
Wait. The mail you get, can you get mail from other places? I feel like the mail you get is mostly just like stamps for like discounts at the shops. No, you know who's delivering the mail? Pluto.
Yeah.
Because Pluto shows up wherever he damn well pleases with a letter from the king, and he seems to be able to hop to worlds willy-nillium.
And yeah.
I like to call willy-nilly by his government name, William Nillium.
Wow, just pulling out his government name on the podcast.
Sorry, doxing William Nillium right here on the podcast.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah, how the hell does the mail work?
Exactly.
Wow.
And I want you to hold on to that for later, too.
I will.
Great.
I'm never going to not be thinking about it. Hi, it's Mayanna. Thank you again so much for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. Mischa and I have been hustling and bustling this month. Mischa has been working on a play, which is very exciting. I've been very excitedly finishing up work on a video game I have coming out, and we are busting ass trying to get new episodes out to all of y'all. Thank you again so much for all of the positive feedback we've been getting on Instagram, on Patreon, on Spotify itself. If you like what you're hearing, please throw the show a rating, throw us a review, find us on Instagram, or more importantly, find us on Patreon. We have a Patreon. It's Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon. You can join as a member for free and get access to community stuff like quips. We're trying to engage as much with people on there as possible. Or you can upgrade to the $5 final mix tier where you can get ad-free versions of the episodes you listen to here or wherever you're listening to me say these words to you right now. Again, if you can't support us right now monetarily, that is so fine. Please share the show with a friend, talk about it online, share it with a Kingdom Hearts fan you know who may not have heard about it, or share it with someone who's always been a little Kingdom Hearts curious. Regardless, we're so grateful, and we just appreciate all of y'all. Simple and Clean Pod is part of the Multitude podcast collective. Multitude has a series of different shows, all by people who are really passionate about very specific things, including the show Tiny Matters. Science shapes every part of our lives, but so much of its influence is overlooked or buried in the past. Tiny Matters is an award-winning podcast about tiny things, from molecules to microbes, that have a big and often surprising impact on society. From deadly diseases to forensic toxicology to the search for extraterrestrial life, hosts and former scientists Sam Jones and Deboki Chakravarti embrace the awe and messiness of science and its place in history today, and how it could impact our world's future. Tiny Matters is brought to you by the American Chemical Society, a nonprofit scientific organization based in Washington, D.C., and is a part of Multitude. That's Tiny Matters. New episodes every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. If you've ever played a Kingdom Hearts game, you know that some of those boss fights are really stressful. I'm talking like controller at the wall, heart rate a-pumping, looking up the Prima guides stressful. Which is why we're very hype, but like hype in a chill way, to be sponsored by Cornbread Hemp for this episode. Cornbread Hemp is a family-owned and crowd-funded CBD company based in Kentucky, which is where they grow all their products. Their line is flower-only full spectrum, which means there's no seeds or stems, and the majority of their products are vegan-friendly, including their CBD oils and gummies. If you're new to purchasing or you're just looking for something new to try, there's a really fun quiz on their website that can help you find the right products for your needs and your preferred way to take the edge off. Right now, if you use the code Simple and Clean at checkout, you get 25% off your order at cornbreadhemp.com. That's Simple and Clean at checkout for 25% off at cornbreadhemp.com. Happy vibing!
We're going to move away from that just for now.
Okay.
We're going to go to the second district.
Yeah, I like the second district.
The second district has this grand promenade in front of this, like, it looks like a town hall building.
Yeah, and there's a big bell tower.
There's a big bell tower with a clock on it. It's not the clock tower. When we talk in other episodes about the clock tower, what we're talking about is the clock tower in Twilight Town.
It's the clock tower TM.
But I think the Twilight Town clock tower is modeled after this one. Like from a game designer perspective.
I could see that. I'm sure they were like, hey, we have it built. Like, we might as well just use it as an offshoot.
Or even that, like, people expect this cozy world to have a place with a clock tower, and, like, that's a good way to show the center of a city.
A place, yeah, that's a good point. And there's also, like, a lovely little fountain with a nice little mural, which will be relevant for later.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one is a more transitory, like, architectural vibe. It's a little more, like, early 20th century, and the town hall place has, like, some stained glass and, like, big arches, but to me it reads more like modern reconstruction of Gothic architecture rather than, like, original Gothic.
I agree with that. I also would say I feel like it's just the subtlest nod to Notre Dame.
A little bit.
Like, I think that they were probably thinking about different worlds, like, that they could do, and then, like, had to make design decisions and stuff. And they're like, but Notre Dame's fun, and, like, here's a little bell tower.
Yeah, again, it's the fact that, like, it's supposed to be a little of everywhere.
Yeah.
So pulling different things from different places, you want to sort of have a little taste of everything.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is where the Dalmatians live.
Yeah.
The 101 of them.
Of fame.
Famously.
But they're all split apart. And so you have to go to the different worlds and bring them back. And then every time you do, Pongo nudges a little box with a gummy piece for you as a thank you.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
It's really cute.
And they build up and you can, like, run through their house and their living room.
And they're hiding all over and they're on everything. It's a nice little progressive place to come back to.
Yeah. Another huge feature of the second district is the back alley.
Yep.
That's where you really see how many, like, hidden nooks and crannies and corners there are.
Oh
in
my God,
Traverse
yeah.
Town. There's, like, a whole stretch back there with, like, water features, and there's, like, I don't know if it's like a bungalow. Where did Leon and Yuffie and Aerith and Donald and
it's like
later?
It's like an apartment complex or like a condominium. You could also maybe make the argument it's a townhouse. You could make the argument maybe it's a hotel because, like, there's like
there's a hotel. There is also a hotel in the second district.
That's what it is. Yeah. So there's just, like, a big building with a lot of windows and balconies. Yeah. There's
also the Mad Hatter has a haberdashery here.
Oh right, I forgot that, which is funny because he doesn't. He's got his world still. I guess it's his summer home or, like, his backup business.
Yeah.
His satellite business.
Yeah, you got to franchise when you're making hats.
When you have a hat that iconic, I gotta make money off of it. It's just too good.
Money with a UNN.
Money.
And then after that, as you're running through, you get to the third district, which is the smallest of the districts.
It's electric.
Yeah, this is the one where things are neon, things are a little more modern. There's electricity. Mm-hmm. There's, like, different bits that you can cast thunder on and, like, activate
little things,
the electronics in the walls.
And you get little noise. Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
And also that is where the house hangout hideaway place for the Final Fantasy characters seems to be. Mm-hmm. That's where they're all, once they all kind of commune in one place, that's the place that they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where there's a fountain that has, like, an engraving of Lady and the Tramp.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of the only Lady and the Tramp reference, but, like, they are there.
One could make the argument, though, too, in District 1, those little tables with the candles.
That's true.
Bella Notte.
Yeah, that one's the Bella Notte section.
Yes.
This is just, there's explicitly a Lady and the Tramp reference here.
Okay, what if they're the founders? What if they're the mayor? Our Lady and our tramp.
For all the strays.
For all the strays. Oh my God. Aww.
Sorry, I took your joke and made it sweet.
That's so nice. That is for all the strays.
Yeah.
Oh, what if it's like, what if Lady is like Angelica Schuyler of like the orphanage?
Yeah. That's it.
Oh.
Exactly. Other people who hang out here. Some other people hang out here too. I guess this place does have, because it has electricity, people want like indoor lighting, I guess.
Yeah,
so
please.
there's a lot of people who live here. Merlin hangs out here.
He has his tower, and the fairy godmother is also there.
They're both there.
They're both there. Oh.
And they were roommates.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
This is a weird ship.
Oh my God. No, this is perfect. Oh my God. And they both have blonde people they're trying to help. Oh. Damn. That'd be so, sorry. I'm so excited about this.
I'm glad.
I want them to be together.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then because Merlin is here, this is also where the Winnie the Pooh book that lets you into 100 Acre Woods lives.
World within a world.
And it's our first instance of a world within a world.
I believe so. You're right.
We're going to come back to that in a big way in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, no kidding. There's a lot of those.
Yeah. But for now, man, I'm just so glad it's there.
Yeah, it's nice.
And the fact that this is a quest that you come back to means that it sets you up really early with the idea that Traverse Town is a place you will return to.
It's a progressive world. You come back here to find the keyhole on your second visit. You come back periodically to drop off the Dalmatians you found, to put the pages back in the book. Like,
right.
Yeah, you can train with your different magic. You can practice with Merlin's enchanted furniture.
And because of that, in contrast to the worlds that you only go to once and then you're done, unless you're like treasure hunting or 100% completing or what have you, it sets up this contrast of like, this is the hub world.
Traverse Town is your hub world, yeah.
In a way that Kingdom Hearts 2 has a hub world still in Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, it's super different.
But it also, they make use of that come back to a world with new stuff in a big way in Kingdom Hearts 2.
100%.
That's big tech for later.
Yeah.
But here, it's just Traverse Town, which makes it kind of unique. Which is
and also
fun.
cozy. It makes sense that Cozy Place also is where Winnie the Pooh world would reside.
Yeah, I always hope he's in a cozy place. And nothing, to be clear, we'll cover this in later, but like, nothing bad ever happens there.
Nothing bad. It's like, it feels almost like a rule.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, even in the final battle area, you lightly transport back here, and I'm like, this shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
This is one we shouldn't be talking about.
No, we don't.
You leave my boy out of this.
To holding Winnie the Pooh in your arms. Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
How dare you?
One other big facet of Traverse Town, one thing I remember big from Traverse Town is the guard armor fight.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hands for shoes, as David famously calls them.
You know, you get the dark side in Destiny Islands, and like you're still in Destiny Islands, which feels like the prologue to the game.
The tutorial, the place where you learn how to do all your stuff.
Right. So like at the end of that, it's obviously the tutorial boss. This is the first time it's just like, it's your first boss. Go.
Yeah, this is like, training wheels are off.
Yeah. And, you know, it's the first time you're really getting into like all of its limbs sort of split and go off all over the place. You have to chase them down. And, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1 really was the master of like utilizing the space and the platforms in the fights.
Absolutely. You had to, because you didn't have flight, and these guys are tall.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as opposed to like in Kingdom Hearts 2, they just like gave you press circle to get closer to Guy.
I love that thing, though, honestly.
It's very useful, don't get me wrong.
So good, yeah.
The combat in Kingdom Hearts 2 is tuned, but it and you've talked to me about this a lot, where like what they sacrificed to do that was interesting combat environments.
100%.
So
yeah.
we'll talk about that more later. But so the guard armor is a big one that I remember. Like you have to, and it's just such a classic like video game conceit of like empty armor, it's in pieces, chase the pieces.
Yep.
And it's just so classic.
It's really good. Good stuff.
To the point where like when it comes back as also the first boss in Chain of Memories, you go like, oh, yeah, we're back.
We're back, baby.
We did it.
It's a good first one. It's like he's got armor on. Also, I'm realizing he's an emblem heartless, which means somebody had something to do with it.
Yeah, now I've got you tracking emblem heartless versus pure blood heartless.
Oh, yeah. And let me just say, don't love his design choices. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Xehanort's ones.
I think like it's funny looking at classic Heartless where you're like, this guy is spooky and made of black matter with glowy little yellow eyes. And then Ansem was like, what if they had clothes?
What if they were like Fisher Price My First Heartless every time.
Yeah, what if they were guys that like had a vibe?
And this one's sitting in a little plane.
This one thinks he's a boat captain.
Oh, Xehanort was just playing The Sims.
Xehanort was playing The Sims.
That makes him so relatable.
100%. Actually, he's like, I want these two to be kissing.
Xehanort's never been more relatable than this moment.
I want this one to be tall. This one's a thief.
Yeah.
But I will say, one of the things that I was just thinking about earlier is Traverse Town feels a lot like a kid's toy box.
Yeah.
It's all of the toys dumped out together and you're doing a big crossover episode.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and in that way, doesn't that make it emblematic of Kingdom Hearts as a franchise?
100%.
You know?
Because the childhood to adulthood thing we're tracking, it's very like, all my kids are here, all the guys, let's do Sim style, let's do some weird hanging out, and they're running a shoe store today.
Exactly. Whereas all of the Disney worlds are like, they're self-contained and Sora is there. This is the one where it's all just everybody hanging out together.
Yeah, everybody's
and like,
here.
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, original characters, throw them all
Disney
together.
characters.
Riku hangs out here for a little bit.
Yes, he shows
Kairi
up.
hangs out here a bunch. Like, it's everything.
Everybody's here.
All in one, in a way that, like, Kingdom Hearts truly wants to be. Like, that's the pinnacle of the idea.
100%.
So that when they all go their separate ways and, like, you were missing Traverse Town later, I think the games lose something for that.
I think you're right, because there isn't really, like, Hollow Bastion to a certain extent, but Hollow Bastion has such a, like, visible, like, brand thing it's doing.
I think it's weird when I see Disney characters at Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, which is funny because even in its first iteration, there are Disney characters at Hollow Bastion, but it's almost like the photo negative version of Traverse Town, where it's like when you see a Disney character in Hollow Bastion, you understand that's not really where they're supposed to be.
Right.
That they're there because something has gone wrong, which is true, again, of Traverse Town, but it feels like Hollow Bastion is an inherently hostile environment that characters are trying to make feel like home.
Yes.
Versus Traverse Town is a welcoming environment that has hostility thrust upon it.
Well, and in Traverse Town, everybody's a refugee, right? So they're all in it together.
Oh, yeah.
In Hollow Bastion, that's the Final Fantasy people's homes. And I know it's probably also Scrooge McDuck's home, but like that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, like, I don't believe it deep in my heart.
Could you make the argument that it's actually not Scrooge McDuck's home, it's the place that Scrooge McDuck chooses to settle in?
Well, it's definitely a place Scrooge McDuck opened a business.
Yeah, he opened a business, which, as the Mad Hatter did with Traverse Town, like that, it's interesting. The duck characters don't have a home. Neither does Goofy. Like they
Disney
don't have
Castle's their home.
Disney Castle's their home, but like it seems like there's some sort of distinction between, because not all the Disney characters live there.
Right.
Only like the core 5 Disney characters live there.
Yeah.
None of the other offshoot characters do for whatever reason. So it's not like, and when everything's safe, all the Disney characters live in this castle.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
So when they all go their separate ways and we lose that thing, like, I want to ask, what do you think happened from their perspective at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1?
Ooh, good question. I think, because Traverse Town is like, I'm no longer needed, and now I must go back to sleep.
Right.
I think it's probably similar to what happened with Kairi and Sora, where there are these little kind of floating aspects of the place they're being pulled back to. Because Kairi's little island thingy that she's standing on is very sand textured at the end. So I imagine it's like as everything settles back into itself and the stars return to the sky, everybody starts to kind of feel themselves pulled back to where they're naturally. It's okay. So one of the TTRPGs I've been playing a lot is called Slug Blaster. And it's like Rick and Morty meets skateboarding. And so you're doing interdimensional stuff. And one of the things in there is like you can travel to these other dimensions that have cool, weird things to do skateboard tricks on.
Yeah.
But the longer you stay there, the longer you risk this thing called the peel back. Because you're not from there. And so when you do the peel back, which is like a thing that happens at almost the end of every run, unless you like time it correctly, you can get like interdimensional side effects, like vomiting spiders or like your hair's fried off, stuff like that.
I hate it.
Right? I mean, yeah. Well, because slug blasting's a dangerous sport.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not for the faint of heart, exactly. And so, like, I feel like it's kind of similar there, where it's like once your world is settled back into itself, you get peeled back.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you're back. Come on, get back to where you belong.
Just imagining Leon back in Hollow Bastion, and all of his hair got fried off.
Yeah, exactly.
Huey, are you okay?
Oh boy, I saw other versions of myself, and one of them's the president.
Yeah. The time knife, we've seen it.
All right, you're fine. Walk it off.
Yeah. So then we don't get a lot of Traverse Town.
I know.
After Kingdom Hearts 1, it's kind of gone because nobody needs it because all of their worlds are back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially in Dream Drop Distance, where we're restoring slumbering worlds, and like even those are coming back. So like Traverse Town less necessary.
Yeah.
But as they go to the sleeping worlds, they do stumble across Traverse Town, which means it's there, which means it's back, which means someone else needs it.
And in this case, it's some kids from Shinjuku, Tokyo.
Yeah. You're back there. I think Sora's pretty surprised. Riku's pretty surprised that like, oh, they're back in Traverse Town. That's
how
weird.
did this happen? Yeah.
And then the minute they show up, it's some Tokyo Shibuya-ass kids.
And they speak in slang that they shouldn't be speaking.
Yeah. These are kids. These are the characters from a game called The World Ends With You.
And man, did I play that game.
Did you? Yes. Okay, talk to me all about it. I'm so glad.
Okay. So all we need to know for the purposes of this discussion is one of the properties that Namura was working on was called The World Ends With You. It centers on a bunch of teenagers who live in Shinjuku, Tokyo, Japan, who get involved in this thing called the Reaper's Game, which is like a weird, nebulous, you're not quite in Japan anymore. Like you're there, but you don't exist, and you're wandering around, and like you could die, and your soul is in limbo.
Sure, I've played a Persona game.
Exactly, it's very that. So like the fact that they're here thematically makes sense for things that were happening in the DS game.
Okay, well, sick. It's a game for the Nintendo DS. It was developed by Jupiter, which is the same company that made Chain of Memories.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. I was looking up a little bit that like what they did in this game sort of evolved out of their development process on Chain of Memories.
Man, he really girl bossed his way into like quite an IP.
Truly.
Because it is so him. It is so... I'm surprised it doesn't have more. Like it's a really cool world. Great main character. Yeah.
Well, talking about like worlds that make the cut.
Yes.
Like this is the only not Disney, not Final Fantasy property in the games.
That's so... And I wonder if part of the justification for it was like, we got to put the World Ends With You characters here.
I think it's just... Nomura likes dumping all of his guys into his little toy box.
It is surreal seeing his two sons shake hands.
Yeah.
Like, it because they are so different art style from each other.
Well, and these are the only games where the art style is like that. Do you know what this company mostly makes? Jupiter, like their big franchise?
Let me think. Oh, man. You're going to say it, and I'm going to be like, yes. What is it?
Picross.
Yeah. That's
does that make you go, yeah? That makes me go,
what?
what?
It's more so that it's like gameplay wise, I could see the design philosophies.
Oh, that makes sense. The battle system of World Ends With You.
Yeah, because also there's a lot of tapping. There's a lot of tapping. Have you played World Ends With You?
No.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of tapping.
Cool. I'm gonna look into that way later when we do some type of episode.
We're gonna have to talk about it. We are, unfortunately. Fortunately.
Yes. It is a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Which is cool. Not only do they port some of the characters, they also port over some of the music.
Yeah.
In Dream Drop Distance, they play a bunch of the songs, which are great.
They're really bopping. It is definitely his like way of doing kind of a Persona game.
Yeah.
It's like a cool urban setting, literal Tokyo, street style. It's fun.
So in Dream Drop Distance, Shinjuku has fallen to darkness.
Yeah. Real literal place.
Yeah. And all the characters from World Ends With You end up in Traverse Town.
Yep.
They end up in like a split version of Traverse Town. There's actually two Traverse Towns, and Sora ends up in one and Rico ends up in the other.
That's how the game works.
But also they split like the NPCs from World Ends With You. Like they sort of split them back and forth.
They're like separated, which also makes sense for the way that the Reaper's game works.
Okay. See, I don't know anything. I'm so excited to learn about this.
Yeah.
So there's not. I'm not gonna lie. the story content of this level in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance is scant. It's like
it's pretty scant. It mostly feels like look at my boys.
Yeah.
Look at my son.
Look at my boys. Traverse Town is back. There's brand new stuff here.
Yes.
But like the story that just happens is like, I want to find my friends. Okay, let's go find your friends. Hey, look, there's your friends. We found them.
Yep.
The end.
The end. So I will say, just to the point of why it makes sense that the characters are separated, it's because one of the things with the Reaper's game is like you're existing almost as a ghost and you can see people in Tokyo, but they can't see you.
Oh, so that's kind of what's happening between the two.
Exactly.
So it is kind of related.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they did it that way.
Okay,
yeah.
well, I thought they did it that way to establish the mechanic of Sora and Riku being in different places.
That's so funny. I mean, it feels like it feels very complimentary. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to make it make sense.
Yes.
That's cool that they were able to tie it in that way. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So in the game, it's sort of implied that like the villain, who's a guy in a black coat, so like the Twewy kids are like, there's this guy in a black coat, and Sora and Riku both like, black coat. I clock that. That guy's a villain. And later that guy is revealed to be the villain of the game, young hot Xehanort.
Yeah, he was.
You want a second?
No.
Right.
Let's move on.
So it's just, just classic that guy, trying to
He's
separate the friends,
again.
trying to get them separated and defeat them and keep them in the sleeping worlds. Oh, Xehanort, you're always up to...
Controversial. Does Xehanort have any friends?
No, he has to go.
Friend?
He has to recruit friends into his MLM.
That's why he's so jealous. He just doesn't have any friends.
He could have been Sora's friend. He just had to ask.
That's why he gave him the Keyblade at the end.
Yep.
Anyway,
got him.
Yep, got him.
All that said, Traverse Town is back, and there's new stuff. Super cool.
Super cool.
So there are 2 new districts that form.
Oh, right.
So in Dream Drop Distance, you get classic first, second, third district. They're mostly the same, more boarded up places because the DS couldn't support that many environments on one cartridge.
It certainly could not.
The Dalmatians, not there.
Nope.
But you do run through the streets, and it is much the same. You can follow the same map, and it feels so good because it's been like 10 years or 15 years since you played Traverse Town.
Yes.
And so that's super cool. And then there's a 4th district and a 5th district. It's mostly a 4th district.
Yeah.
The 4th district is, we were talking about the different styles of the places. This one is also lit up electronically, but it's bright and colorful. There's all these like balloons and paper lanterns in a million different pastel colors because this is the shopping district of Traverse Town. It is modeled after Shibuya.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like Shibuya. Yeah.
So it's modeled after Shibuya, and it's like brightly lit and like market stall vibe. It's so colorful.
Delicious.
One other place they add that you can run around in, there's a ton of different like treasures hidden in there. It's a whole area that you can go in and explore, is the post office.
The mail! They answered the question!
Mayanna,
where does the mail come from?
They don't answer shit.
Oh.
It's all automated.
What?
Where do they get the mail from? How do they deliver the mail?
God, it's Pluto. It's got to be Pluto. Dang.
What? You don't think that they have like a USPS branded gummy ship that flies around the universe?
Okay, but based off of what we understand, there's like one gummy ship, and that's it. No, because the Heartless have ships.
The Heartless have ships. I think Sid has his own ship in Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, a few people have gummy ships.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the gummy ship for the mail?
Pluto.
Yeah, it's Pluto.
It's Pluto.
It's Pluto. You're right.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
I think that bitch can stand on 2 legs. I think he's just gaslighting the public. Pluto the dog pretends like he can't stand on 2 legs.
So that he makes other people do his work for him.
I'm Master Xehanort, and I approve this message.
This is a good bit.
I like it.
You tell us what you think in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you're sick of the bit.
There's also, in addition, there's a 5th district that also attaches itself to Traverse Town. You don't spend a lot of time there. It's really just like they show up in a cutscene. It's mostly taken up by a big botanical garden in the middle.
Hell yeah.
And you meet Neku, who's one of the characters from World Ends With You.
Yeah, my boy.
And he's like standing on the roof, sinisterly staring down at Sora. He's like, I'm gonna fight, and then they end up being friends.
Yeah.
And so like you meet him there, and then you run back through Traverse Town to find somebody else, and you never go in the garden. So yeah, so like you kind of just show up, and you don't get to go in the botanical garden, then you leave. I want to go in the botanical garden.
Yeah, me too. That's fucked up.
That'll be pretty.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Give me that.
Please.
Gimme. Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts.
Mischa gets so triggered when I bring up Kingdom Hearts 4.
Listen, here's now is when I'll bring it up. Kingdom Hearts 4 also takes place, the Kingdom Hearts 4 teaser, the secret endings, all of the scant footage we've seen of Kingdom Hearts 4 so far takes place in Shibuya.
It certainly does.
Not this Shibuya, though.
No, different Shibuya.
It's canonically a different world than World Ends With You place.
Photorealistic Shibuya versus it's Ite Dog Shibuya.
Yeah,
I say that because that's a thing that a character says in the game. It's Ite Dog. DAWG.
Excellent.
It's Ite Dog.
That's it. Yeah. So that's just fascinating to me as well. Thank you so much for bringing up Kingdom Hearts 4. So I had a reason to talk about this.
I'm happy to.
That there's now 2 Shibuya worlds and Traverse Town Shibuya, which is separate.
A third one. Well, I mean, if we're talking about the world of fiction versus the world of reality or whatever, then it would make sense that there would be 2 Shibuyas.
That's true. Fictional Shibuya and real one. Which one's the real one?
Shituya.
Which one do I shoot?
Yeah. Which one's the real Shibuya?
Which Shibuya district tells only truths and which one tells only lies?
Oh my God, I love it.
Does that make any sense at all?
I know. Okay, so here's the thing. I always thought about the fact that it's like one of us always lies and one of us always tells the truth. One of us always lies is the truth.
Yeah, the truthful one says that.
Yeah. That's how I always like.
It's never after this sentence, one of us will only speak truth and which one, I like there was a recent episode of Game Changer that came out where there were 2 of them, one of whom lies and one of whom's always wrong, but it comes from a good place, which I thought was very funny.
That's great. Amazing.
So yeah, that's Traverse Town.
Nice.
It's a mishmash of a world. Not unlike the games itself.
Yeah, no kidding.
It gives you a little taste of all the things and gives you a cozy way to return to those things and reinforce those things.
Yeah, it is. It's the game letting you know you're about to see things that tonally are in contrast to each other existing in harmony.
100%.
And they're doing that as literally as possible by you as a player exploring a world where that is all happening all the time.
And more importantly, they do a great job with the art direction of like merging all those things such that it leaves a possibility that like anything could fit it.
Yeah,
it leaves that door open.
I love Traverse Town, and I think it's such a lovely first step on your journey of many steps.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time here early on. You get really attached to the place.
And you come back a lot. It's the last stop before the last world.
Yeah.
It's where you get to talk to Kairi for the first time since you've been separated from each other. Like, it is the first step on your journey and in many ways the last step.
Yeah, and a bunch in between. Like, a lot of important stuff happens here.
Yeah.
That's by nature of it. It's the place you return to.
Yeah.
But they said a lot of important stuff in Traverse Town. And so it makes it feel important and cozy at the same time.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what a world theme.
I would live there.
I would live there too.
It seems like a pretty chill place.
Except for the fact that it means your world has fallen to darkness and you're like, man,
but the rent is low, though.
The rent is soup slow. And the mail automated.
Hard to beat that.
I'm Master Xehanort and I approve this message.
That seems like as good a place as any to end the episode, I
Hell
guess.
Yeah.
We have been Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. Thank you so much for listening, for coming to Traverse Town with us. We really appreciate that. Come on over to the other places where houses for us have popped up because rent is very high where we live. Those places would be patreon.com/simpleandcleanpod. Please help us make this show. We love making it, but it don't cost nothing.
It's true.
Come hang out with us on Instagram. We love posting shit posts on there, and also like fun little things. We love talking to people on Instagram. We've had such good comments there.
I think on the next episode I'll do a little Instagram corner.
Amazing.
We've gotten some really lovely DMs.
Ooh, little messages in a bottle.
Yeah. Oh my God, the mail.
Yeah. The weird magic mailbox.
Yeah.
We'll decide what we call the segment by next time. Don't worry. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate having you here. And until your world is restored to light, and for however long you want to hang out here, may your heart be your guiding key.
Yes.